Most musicians lack exposure, they lack a foundation, they lack a core fan base, and they're taking a really painful route that looks a little bit like this, right? So they're constantly starting from zero, they have low streams, low engagement, low confidence, they're relying on luck instead of strategy. And I wanna show you guys before the end of this video how to look a little bit more like a winning musician and how to start actually producing results that kind of look like this. You have a clear identity, you have a small group of people who actually care about you, the momentum, every release is growing to the next release. You have higher engagement, real conversations, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step exactly what this looks like. I'll show you guys a little bit about the importance of social proof. I'll show you guys some results of before and afters of boosting social proof and what your bio should look like. I'm also gonna show you guys how to go from finding a stranger on Instagram and turning them into a core fan, right? The core fans are people who are paying you out. Those are the people that are buying your merch, streaming your music. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to do, what not to do, and then we'll talk a little bit about your campaigns and having clear goals and how to achieve those utilizing ads and DM outreach. If you guys don't know me yet, my name is Austin. I'm the founder of Boomerang Marketing Agency. I've been in the marketing space for over a decade now. I've owned a couple recording studios and I've worked with a lot of amazing musicians all over the world. So I want to show you guys exactly what it looks like for most artists that we've worked with. I'll show you guys clear results, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. Before the end of the video, you should have some clarity on what exactly you should be focusing on next to have results that look like this, okay? So first of all, let's just jump into the importance of social proof and establishment, right? So a good example of this is Amazon. The question is, which would you buy? So when you search a product on Amazon, let's say we look up the Neumann U67 microphone, you're looking at spending about $8,000, okay? It's a really great microphone, but I wanna show you guys the difference between these products. So when you search Neumann U67, 4 of the same exact product show up, right? Now, which one are you going to order? That at the end of the day is up to you, but I think we would probably choose the same one, right? So when you're looking at these 4 products, it's all the same exact product, but there's 4 of them. Which one are you gonna buy? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We're looking at the reviews, okay? So this one right here has 17 reviews, 3.8 stars. This one has 12.1K reviews at 4.6 stars. And then this one has 12 reviews, 4.6 stars. This one doesn't have any at all. Okay, excuse me. This one is off the list, okay? But we already know. We know the answer here. We're buying this one every single time. That is the importance of social proof, right? So you want to treat your Instagram the same exact way. Having your social proof there, having that credibility, boosting your numbers, having better content, having better view counts, having a better bio. A lot of people take the bio for granted, and having a clear CTA. Guys, it works wonders. It's super important. Do not underestimate this, okay? Having social proof and credibility is one of the main things that actually raises the chances of people perceiving you as a legit, credible artist, which then is going to raise the chances of building your core fan base, right? And building that revenue and building a career as a musician when you're also doing all of these other things, right? The combination of all of them is very important. But right now, just talking about social proof, let's look at some numbers of what we've done for people in the past. First of all, we got starting at 251 followers, going to 8,849, huge jump there. 1,296 followers to 4,669, 1,318 to 2,250. That was a very short campaign. 771 followers to 6,208. We're looking at 5,591 to 9,671, 6,978 to 8,746, and the list goes on, okay? So here are some results of before and afters that we've done in terms of boosting social proof and credibility, mainly just follower count right there. But let's talk about the importance of also your bio. So just to show mine first here, it's very clear that I don't have much personality here. You do see the social proof, credibility, some placements, but then it also has like a step of what exactly they need to do next, right? And you want to speak to your target audience. So fans and revenue, want fans and revenue, start here. And then there's a link there, right? There's a couple different links that I have personally. I recommend you guys just have a landing page as a musician, maybe something like a link tree. I recommend using Boomerang Hub to create a landing page and implementing a pixel. We can talk about that in a second, right? But your Instagram is like your resume in today's society. This is your portfolio. So you can drive traffic directly from Instagram. There's already a lot of Instagram traffic, right? Drive them to your Instagram page, then your landing page, to you, your content, to your music, and build your core fan base on this platform. It's a very powerful tool, okay? You can get in front of a lot of people. I've been doing this for a long time. I've helped a lot of people build full careers off of Instagram alone, okay? Obviously, there's TikTok and things like that, but right now I'm just talking about Instagram. let's talk about how to start building your core fan base, right? Take these people from strangers and building them into core fans, right? So first of all, I call this the fan funnel right here. I'm just going to kind of go through it quickly. So attract, nurture, convert, retain. For those of you guys that don't know, you want to attract your target audience, right? Your ideal people. You don't want to just attract anybody, right? If you start attracting anybody and you focus on virality, you're going to start bringing in these people from all these different crowds, and it's going to get really hectic when these people are maybe commenting negative things on your post because they don't even necessarily like your style, your brand, or your music at all in any way. So it's like, why are we bringing these people in? Because some artists, they start to actually adapt and try to make everybody happy, and it's just a really it's a long thing where you could just learn right now that you can't make everybody happy. There's a demand for your type of music. Music is subjective. Great music is one person might have a definition of great music that's completely different than the person right next to them. So my point here is attract your target audience. Once you do that and you have their attention, you want to nurture them, right? Earn their trust, provide value to them, make them feel something, and then that is what's going to end up. You use CTAs. You have different things that you can do to then convert them into core fans. Now, that core fan is, like I said before, somebody who is buying your merch when you drop it, somebody who's buying the tickets to your shows when you have a show coming up next week, next month. The people that are streaming your music, those are your core fans. You want to just focus on building those core fans in the beginning, and then once you have them, you want to retain them, right? So first of all, let's just jump into what to do and what not to do. First of all, what to do when you are attracting your target audience. You want to pull in your people, right? So post content that speaks to a specific type of person, okay? Done. Show your face, energy, lifestyle, and story. Use emotional hooks your audience instantly relates to. Be a lighthouse, okay? So one identity, one vibe, one message. Don't try to attract anybody and everybody, right? Just have this tunnel vision, this beam of light that is just speaking to one avatar, right? Your target audience. And then create content that feels human, not corporate, and think, would my exact type of fan stop for this? Okay? What not to do? Don't post random generic, new song out now content. Don't try to attract everybody. You'll attract nobody. Don't hide behind any cover art or aesthetics. Don't post without intention or a point. A lot of people just start posting like random content just for the hell of posting content, right? Don't do that. Don't use captions that sound like a robot, and don't blend in. Scrolling is brutal. You have zero point 0.2 seconds, okay? 0.2 seconds to grab their attention and actually grab your target audience's attention, right? So then we're talking about nurture here, right? So what to do? You want to turn attention into connection. Be consistent even when numbers are low. Share the journey, not just the wins. Show the behind the scenes, the struggle, the process. Talk like a real human, right? Not like a salesman. And respond to comments and DMs, guys. Don't be afraid to do that, right? Make people feel like they've discovered somebody real, right? You're not just some random robot, like average, somebody who's just posting random, CapCut templates. We want to have real content, quality stuff, something that makes somebody feel something. Now, obviously, you don't want to disappear for 2 weeks and then drop a link. You don't want to post only music. You want to show you. You want people to connect to you. Don't pretend that everything is perfect. Don't be afraid to show the behind the scenes version of you. Don't force fake hype. Don't wait until release day to start building a relationship. Build a relationship beforehand. People always think that, I'm going to start my marketing and promotion once I have this next release next month. Guys, the first people that listen to your music are the people that already know you, okay? So build more relationships with more people before the release. The marketing and the promotion starts beforehand every time. Now, don't act like it's just too cool for fans. A lot of people like to do that too. But to each their own, right? So first of all, convert. What we want to do then is convert these people into fans, right? So make the next step stupid simple. Use clear CTAs. Click here. Join this. Listen now, all right? Show proof, comments, duets, reaction, user-generated content. So other people listening to your music, that gives a lot of social proof. Other people engaging with your music. Give a reason to act, right? So help me hit this milestone, right? We're at 9,496 followers. Help me get to 10K. When I'm doing X, right? And then celebrate fan actions publicly, right? They feel part of the rise. That's super huge. Do not drop a link and hope people magically click, okay? A lot of people do the boost ads. They don't know much about ad manager or anything like that. And that's okay. That's literally what we help with. But Don't just drop a link and just drop a bag on boosting a post just directly through Instagram and not having any knowledge behind it. You're literally just burning money and gambling with your career. Okay. Don't rely on go run this up. It doesn't work. Don't assume people care without giving them a reason. So I always like to say people don't need a reminder to listen to your music. They need a reason. Okay. They need a reason to go listen to your music. Don't use confusing CTAs. Don't guilt trip people, right? No one supports me, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really work that well. And don't push too hard, right? So clarity over pressure every single time. And I hope to give you guys some clarity throughout this video. Also, retain them. Once you have converted this core fan base, you want to build a community. I recommend using Boomerang Hub. I'll show you guys a little bit more about that maybe in some other videos. I already have some on my page. You guys can check that out. Give fan roles to these core fans, right? So allow them to vote, allow them to make choices and have early access. It makes them feel like they are a part of something because they are. They are a part of a movement. They are a part of your community. Super important. Reward loyalty, right? So give them sneak peeks, behind the scenes, exclusives. Make fans feel seen, appreciated, and remembered, okay? So just create moments that money can't buy. Turn casual listeners into emotionally invested people. What not to do. Don't treat fans like numbers or streams. Treat them like humans because they are humans, right? Don't ignore the people that are already supporting you. You're taking advantage of them. You're taking them for granted is a better word. Don't act entitled to loyalty. Don't disappear after the release. Don't make fans feel like ATMs. And don't let your community go cold because it dies fast. Super, 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 super fast. Okay. So while you are doing all this, you want to just keep doing this on cycle, right? With your content. I've went over in other videos what types of content there are, what type of content you can be posting. You guys can check that out on my page. But you want to use your content to attract your target audience or your ideal audience. Have a good ballpark understanding of who your target audience is. That way you can attract them and then nurture them and then convert them into core fans and then keep them around utilizing these tips right here that I'm giving you. Okay. So with running campaigns, you want to have a pretty clear goal, right? So I've given a couple examples here and also 2 different routes you could go. I recommend both. But let's just talk about, first of all, getting strangers from Instagram to your landing page with your pixel. If you don't know what a landing page is, just think of a link tree. And then if you don't know what a pixel is, this is what actually collects the data of each individual person that clicks on your landing page, what buttons they're clicking on. And then if, let's say, we bring 10,000 people to your landing page and 7,000 of them clicked your Spotify link, we are able to use that data of all of those accounts that have clicked on your Spotify link to then retarget ads to these people again and to actually create lookalike audiences, which is going to calculate and acquire thousands of other Instagram accounts that are very similar to the Instagram accounts that clicked on your Spotify link to get your music in front of those people as well. Okay. So I'm not going to try to overwhelm you guys and jump too far ahead, but let's just talk about ads for a second. First of all, when our company runs ads for any client of ours, first thing we do is a testing period. Okay. We're talking 3 to 5 days here of testing. So what we like to do is we actually blast ads on multiple creatives, right? First, for a good 3 to 5 days. Now, when we're doing that, we have a pretty good ballpark idea of who to blast these ads to, but we still test it to different audiences as well, right? So we're talking, 5 to 12, 5 to 10 to 15 different creatives that we're running ads on to multiple different audiences as well, right? For 3 to 5 days, we're blasting that, okay? Now, what this does is after 3 to 5 days, we can then look at that data that we've collected and we can see what pieces of content are working the best. So let's say it's this one and this one was working the best, had the highest conversions at the cheapest cost. That way, now we know what's working the best with, let's say, audience B and audience D, right? Now that we know what's actually working the best, it's the cheapest possible with the best max level of results, right? Now we know what's working. So now when we're running ads for 30, 60, 90 days, a year, we know what content is actually working. I wouldn't recommend running ads on the same post for an entire year, but sometimes that really helps pushing the algorithm, whether it's Spotify, Instagram, whatever it may be. Right now we're talking about Spotify and getting them to your landing page from Instagram. So first of all, a lot of people do that. They mess up in the beginning where they just have maybe some budget of $1,000 a month to dish into Instagram ads, and they're just running it on one post, right? Oh my gosh, please, for the love of God, do not do that. You need to test what's actually working first. This is something that our company is really, really good at. We need to figure out what pieces of content is working the best with what audiences, okay? So then what happens is we get the best creatives plus the best audience, which is then gonna produce the best results at the best price. The best results at the cheapest price, okay? And then now that we know what we're running with and what actually is working, what's creating the most core fans, what's creating the most listeners at the cheapest cost per click, then it's just a matter of time and consistency, okay? Continuing to do that and getting closer to your goals and being able to look at those results and adjusting accordingly, right? So that's a quick little rundown on ads. Once we do this right here for like a good, I'd say 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we can then use that pixel to create more audiences, a lookalike audience to actually get more new creatives in front of the people who you can retarget the ads to the people who have already clicked on your Spotify link in the past. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into another example. Let's say your goal is to build your network, right? Or bring more people to your page. You want it to be a little bit more personal. Maybe you're looking to start hosting events or something like that as well. I think DMs is a great place to do that, right? DMs are so much more personal. They're one-on-one. It's not like just an ad popping up on somebody's page. I have people who have very successful careers off of DM outreach alone. You guys would be surprised. I know it's a new, interesting thing that not a lot of people are doing right now. Our company is crushing it with this, okay? So first of all, what we need to do first is collect a lead list. So we need to have a good understanding of who your target audience is and where to find those people. I recommend other pages that have your same target audience. And then we actually scrape lead lists, scrape Instagram accounts, and filter through them. We have a full team that is really good at doing this. Okay, so first of all, collect a lead list, right? The people that we will be DMing. Now, we need to actually warm up your account. So we need to send 10 to 15 high quality personalized DMs per day. We don't want just spam robot messages. People are sick of that. They can read right through that. They probably won't even respond, right? So high quality personalized DMs every single day. You can do this yourself, okay? 10 to 15 DMs a day. It takes a few minutes out of your day. Our team does this at a much larger scale, and I'll kind of talk to you guys about that here in a second. If your account is aged over 6 months and you want to actually increase the amount of outreach you're doing, I'm talking like 100 DMs per day, then we would increase the amount of DMs sent by 5 DMs every 7 days until we hit that max number of being able to actually send 100 DMs per day, right? When we are doing this, our team is tracking this data. So we're tracking different variant messages, how many messages we've sent. When we're sending variant messages, there's a lot of different things that we have to kind of jump through with, making sure that you're not getting flagged for spam and stuff like that. We've been doing this for a few years now, so we have this dialed in. So we have to send variant messages, different styles of messages, so that you're not getting, clogged for spam. We also are sending them within different periods of time, with different time gaps in between each message sent. How many messages are sent? How many replies? We're tracking that. We're tracking the response rate of each individual variant message. That way we can see which ones are working, which ones aren't working as well, and address things from there. And then also we need to know what account these messages are being sent from, what content is on that account, and what leads we are messaging these DMs to, right? So first of all, when I talk about multiple accounts, if you're sending 100 DMs per day from your Instagram account, you're looking at like 3,000 DMs per month, right? For just that account. Now, what if we create multiple accounts, right? What if you have a main account, a fan account, and just like another sub account? You can do whatever you want with it, right? And we warm up all 3 of these accounts to where you're sending 100 DMs per day from each account. You're looking at sending 300 DMs per day, okay? This is huge. This is huge. You can do a lot of stuff with this. There's a lot of growth that we have provided for musicians using the same exact concept. Just look at this for a second. If you're sending 300 DMs per day, this is the amount of DMs you're sending in 30 days, 90 days, or 365 days. Now, once we have this whole system locked in and in place, again, it's just a matter of time and consistency to reach your goal and start creating some serious results. If you are not creating results running this system right here, there is an issue. I actually could guarantee you results. We have guarantees on results for every single campaign that we have. or we will continue your campaign until those metrics are met. So let's say you're doing a 60-day campaign. We have a certain number of DMs sent within that 60 days. I believe it's 1,200 DMs sent within 60 days. If we don't reach that metric within 60 days, then we continue your campaign completely for free until that metric is hit. Okay. This guarantees results. And I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this video right here. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out. If you are serious about this, and if you are serious about building a sustainable career as a musician going into 2026 here or in 2026, please reach out to me. You should book a call with me, and that way we can talk a little bit further about where exactly you are at currently with things. It's important for me to understand you as a musician, your strengths, your weaknesses, what phase in your career you're in, and what your goals are really with music before I really make any type of claims that I can help you with anything or provide any type of value for you. But if this stuff seems like something that you think would provide some value to you, which I can reassure you guys that it absolutely can, you should probably reach out to me right now, book a phone call, and we can talk a little bit further about how we can make this happen. If budget is something that is concerning for you, please understand that we have a lot of really great budget-friendly options and also really cool payment plans, partnerships with buy now, pay later options here and there. So definitely reach out to me, guys, and we can talk about that further. If this video was helpful for you guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share this to a friend that's also a musician, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys soon. See you guys in the next video.